What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this video. If you don't know who I am already, my name is Brian Turner. I used to have extremely bad cystic nodular acne, and I was able to get rid of it. So I say that to let you know that I know absolutely what you are going through, and I know how badly you want to get rid of your acne, which is exactly why you need to know the top 10 causes of your acne so that you can address why you're getting acne in the first place. Now here on YouTube, it feels like skincare and acne videos take absolutely forever to get to the point. People love to blabber and blabber and blabber, so we're not gonna do that. We're just going to jump right into this list. This is from the Acne Basics book, which is part of my acne program, the Acne Method. So if you are trying to get rid of your acne, I highly suggest that you go check that out. Get it, it's only 10 steps, it's only $10, and it has changed so many people's lives. Now let's go into this top 10 list right now. All right, top 10 causes of acne in no particular order, but number one is food. And one of the things that you really have to look out for are food allergies. Everyone has different allergies, but if you are eating food that you're allergic to, even slightly, it definitely can manifest as acne if you are prone to acne. We've also gotten scientific studies that prove that foods that are high in sugar, fat, dairy, meat, artificial sweeteners and preservatives, gluten, and soy all have an impact on acne. In other videos, I've gone to this in depth. In the book, I go over this in depth, but I think we've all heard food a million times, so let's move on this list. Number two is hormones. Specifically, puberty is one of the biggest surges of hormones, and when you have that surge of estrogen and testosterone going through your blood, you definitely have an increase in oil production, and that causes a lot of acne. Now, when puberty is over and you are getting into your 20s and then 25 and you're getting in your late 20s, a lot of people do expect that their acne will just go away magically and they will not have any adult acne, but that's not necessarily true. While your hormones do tend to kind of taper off and lower after you're about 25, people definitely still have acne as adults. So you should keep that in mind. Now, while we're on the topic of hormones, it's really important to talk about menstrual cycles. This is actually really interesting. There was a 2014 study where they found that 56% of women reported a worsening of their acne the week before their period, 17% reported it during their period, only 3% after their period, and 24% noticed an increase in acne all throughout all of their cycle. Now, that might be old news for you. You might have noticed this in yourself already, but some people don't even think about this, and it's really important to realize not to beat yourself up during your menstrual cycle, during your period, because hormone levels of testosterone and estrogen are fluctuating like crazy throughout the menstrual cycle, and it contributes to sebum production, which is the oil that causes acne. Now, moving along in this list, number three is stress. Now, if you haven't experienced stress acne, then I'm jealous. I wish I was you, but a lot of us definitely recognize this. When I was going through some of my harder classes in college, whenever there was an exam coming up or I was working on some sort of huge report, I would always have stress acne. Sometimes when I knew I had to present in front of the class, it's like your face is like literally fighting against you. You're gonna be in front of a bunch of people? Here, have some stress acne so that you can stress even more. Something that's really interesting is I found a 2017 study where they took 144 female students from age 22 to 24, and they were all shown to have a strong correlation between acne and stress levels. So if there wasn't already enough proof by that, pimple and zit that you get every time you have to talk in front of everybody, there's a study for it. Stress is a huge cause of acne. Now, number four is picking and popping. I know, you've heard this before. It's like the water one. Everybody says this stuff, but think about it. When I'm touching my pimples, when I'm picking at them, even just a little bit, all of a sudden that underground pimple that you couldn't see but you could feel, all of a sudden I can see it. And it is so annoying, and it's a really hard thing to change because, you have that habit of just kind of picking at it or whatever. One thing that I think really helps with this is basically giving yourself some sort of safe consequence for whenever you catch yourself touching your face or picking at your pimples. So something like, quickly doing 10 air squats or doing 10 push-ups or whatever it is. That way, as you start to reach towards your face or as you notice you're doing it, you're gonna go, okay, I need to stop this. It's gonna make you more aware of your subconscious, mindless touching of your face because you don't want to do those push-ups. And in the meantime, it'll also get you fit. So 2 for 1. All right, getting halfway through this list. Number 5 is genetics. Now, your genetics play a massive role in your acne. If you didn't know this is why your friend does all of the wrong things and somehow that person has porcelain clear skin. I know, it's extremely unfair. Their genetics do not predispose them to acne like yours do. And as annoying as that is, it does not mean that you can't give your genetics the best hand of cards to play with. If you are heavily heavily predisposed to having acne, you may not be able to fully clear your acne 100%, but you should be able to alleviate the severity of it significantly. So even having 50%, as much acne is better than just giving up because you have bad genetics that cause you to have acne. You see what I'm saying? Now, number 6 on my list is makeup. And it's actually a specific type of acne that's called acne cosmetica that comes from makeup. And I don't think I need to go too in depth as to why. I think you know, but basically there are a lot of makeup brands that are comedogenic, which means that they are pore clogging. And basically having your face covered in makeup, even if it's non-comedogenic, still causes you to trap sweat and heat and oil. You already know this, especially if you wear makeup. I'm sure you've already experienced this, but makeup is definitely one of the top causes for sure. Now, number 7 is shaving. I have really curly hair both on my head, but also on my facial hair. And a dermatologist one time explained to me that my facial hair can trap heat and oil, but it can also curl around as it grows and grow back into my pores, which can cause new pimples. There's actually a ton of information when it comes to shaving. You can cause folliculitis by the way that you shave and the type of, shaver or razor or cream that you're using to shave. I have a couple of videos on this, so you should definitely check those out. But yeah, I go more in depth in this in the book because this one deserves so much attention. Now, number 8 is alcohol and smoking. And I put both of these together, even though they're two drastically different things. But alcohol has been proven in a study called dietary intervention in acne. And it shows that having alcohol increases something in your body called mTOR, and having a high level of mTOR increases the amount of oil that you produce. So try to have as little alcohol as possible. And if you are drinking, then just expect to have some extra acne. It's something that I've experienced so many times in my life. I even called them back in the day, I used to call them alcohol pimples, where I just knew I'd be waking up with acne. And as far as smoking, I've never smoked cigarettes, but there is an interesting phenomenon called smoker's acne. It's literally a whole type of acne that just comes from smoking. I actually have done a video about this before too, but this comes from quite a few different things. It's the smoke actually touching your face, but it's also the inhalation of the smoke causing inflammation in your body, and that manifests as acne. So try to remove or at least reduce both of these things. Now, number 9 on the list is touching your face. So the average person actually touches their face over 1,000 times in one day. I don't know if you believe me or not, but that's a true fact. Touching your face is different than actually picking at your skin or your pimples like I told you in the other one. I'm more so talking about when you lean against your hand during a meeting, or you scratch your cheek, or you stress rub your temples, or you face palm, or you do your favorite, chin scratch while you're thinking really hard. Anytime you're touching your face, right? It's not good because your fingers are touching everything in the world. Doorknob, the sink, the handle, the weights at the gym. And when you touch your face after touching those things in the world, you're spreading that bacteria back onto your face. And if you're predisposed to acne, that can definitely cause even more acne. Okay, last but not least, again, because this is the top 10, but there are plenty of other factors that cause acne. Number 10 is comedogenic ingredients. So comedogenic means pore clogging, and a lot of the ingredients in the products that come in contact with our face are comedogenic. So what I'm talking about is literally anything that goes on your face. That could be makeup, like we talked about earlier, or that could be a moisturizer that you've been using for years, or it could be a sunblock that you haven't checked the ingredients of, because a lot of these products, ingredients that are slightly higher on the comedogenic scale. So there's actually a website called COSDNA, COSDNA.com, and you can punch in any product that you're using, and it'll show you what the rating is of the irritation of each ingredient that's in the product, as well as the pore clogging abilities of the ingredients that are in the product. So if you want to, you can throw in the 3 or 4 products that you use on your face daily and just see how they stack up against other ones. And that's a really quick and easy way to say, oh, I didn't realize my sunblock has a certain ingredient in it that I shouldn't be putting on my face because it causes me to break out. Okay, there you have it, you sexy people. That's the top 10 causes of acne. Again, there are so many other causes, so go through my channel and look around, because I have a whole series called Does This Cause Acne that addresses so many other factors, and I have so many videos where I go really deep in depth. And again, if you haven't checked out my acne program, it goes into extreme depth. I spent 1.5 years on this book, and it goes into every section that you could possibly think of, but it's in a really easy to read and palatable way. So check that out, it's theacnemethod.com. And speaking of non-pore clogging ingredients and products, if you are looking for skincare that doesn't cause you to break out and it's really good for your skin, your acne scarring, and just for the overall health of your skin, check out Banish. It's the only company I am affiliated with. It's one of the only companies that I actually recommend people to get. You can use my code, it's all caps, Brian5. It'll get you $5 off an order of 50 or more. And the link for that is banishedbrian.com, which I'll put in the description below. But yeah, I literally can't speak highly enough of them. They are so freaking good. It is such an amazing company, and they line up with my ethos. So I always love to talk about them because they're fantastic. So check them out. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what causes of acne you've noticed that I didn't list in this video yet, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Remember, you are not alone. You are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. I'll see you skin bosses in the very next video.